How's it everyone? This is Local, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the loot that I got from 34 logbooks. Now, I followed the strategy that Grimro laid out. I will link his video. If you don't know how to run logbooks in the most efficient way, check that out. But I followed his strategy, and I can say this is absolutely super profitable, like he said. I don't really like saying this will earn you X amount per hour because there's a lot of variables. You know, there's your build might be slower or faster. You as a player might be slower or faster. You might get better or worse drops. But we will go through the numbers. But even when I kind of make it look as bad as possible or try and make the results look as realistic as possible, this is still super good. So I can highly recommend this strategy to you. Full transparency, I took about 5 hours to run these 34 logbooks, and I ran a lot of them with a friend, Zanello, who is an Aura bot, so that sped it up. However, I did give him probably about 4x worth of drops, which I deducted from the total. So let's have a look at what I got. First up, in terms of raw currency, I didn't actually get 5 exalts. I got 1 raw X in the whole 34 logbook thing, and then probably another X and a half worth of shards. The rest of these actually came from an unnatural instinct that we found during the logbooks. I gave half of the money again to Zanello. We decided to split the big drops. As for chaos, a ton of chaos orbs dropped. Some of these do come from selling, like I found a void battery, which I sold for 60 chaos, but the rest of this is just raw currency that drops in the map. You can see we got tons of fusing, tons of jewelers, a lot of alts and chaos and whatnot. As for other drops, you can see I got a ton of maps, and these are probably actually about half of what I found because I forgot to control click most of the time, so those went into my map tab. We got a few fragments, nothing really fancy. Bunch of essences, bunch of catalysts, bunch of everything. You can see the only good cluster jewel we found was a 4 passive totem damage, which I again gave to Zanello. That was worth about 60 chaos. I didn't include it in the total of this, but you can see we got scarabs and we got splinters and a bunch of quality gems and some nice bases. But the real money comes in with the artifacts, just like Grimro said. These things, these are what sell for the big bucks, and this is what makes the strategy so good. Even if you aren't finding dozens of raw X or some big ticket item like an unnatural instinct, these are consistent gains that you'll be getting throughout the strategy that pay. I will bring up the spreadsheet now so you can see the results in a more clear way. So the way I did this, I actually looted 17 of the logbooks, and then every logbook I found, I used a Fenimal-plagued arachnid to split it in half, so I didn't actually buy all of the logbooks. However, in this little spreadsheet, I have included the results as if you had just bought all of the logbooks yourself. So first up, you can see, in terms of raw currency, we made about 11.3x. In terms of drops, we made about 5.6x. This includes everything like essences, fossils, div cards, stack decks, scarabs, etc. And then expedition currency. As you can see, these are all the artifacts, the ones that I showed you. And this is where the real money comes in. If I sold these, it would be for about 14x. And these will sell very quickly. So, yep. Like I said, even if you're not getting tons of raw X drops and currency drops and big ticket items, this is where the real money is coming in. So as you can see, exotic coinage, we found 88, and these sell for about 6 chaos each, which is equivalent to 4.7x. Another good one is the grand scythes. These drop quite a lot, equaling about 1.73x. However, the lesser scythes, we found 16,000 of these, which equates to about 3 exalted orbs. Altogether, this just adds up to a ton of currency. So what did I spend on this? I spent about 595 chaos on split beasts, which costs about 35 chaos each. And the total profit, let's go down. Wow, 25 exalts, which is about 2,800 chaos. And this took me about 5 hours to run, probably another hour of, splitting the logbooks, rolling them, and then getting them all ready. So I'd say it probably took me about 6 hours to do all of these. However, I have done a little per hour calculation, and in that calculation, I've said it took 8 hours to do. So if you're a bit slower, or maybe you're not running with an Aura bot, I try to make it as realistic as possible. Another thing, in this little X per hour thing, I have not included any of the little scrappy small things. I've not included any of the drops, as you can see here. So this is just purely things that are going to sell super quickly, raw currency, which, I mean, you're not going to sell it, you just have it, and then things like the artifacts, which you can just sell in one big go and get all the money without making dozens of little trades. So if you were to buy all the logbooks yourself, you can see you would make about 240 chaos per hour, which is about 2x per hour. Really, really good. And if you did it the way I did it, which was looting half the logbooks and then splitting it, I made about 335 chaos an hour, or about 3.1x an hour. So yeah, can I recommend this strategy? This is probably one of the best ways to make money this league. All you need to do is get some I-81 plus logbooks with the Black Scythe or the Knights of the Sun, and then target the artifacts and currency nodes and remnants on the ground. Again, check out Grimro's video. He goes in very, very deep details, so you'll be able to see it there. But before we go, you're probably wondering why these are so valuable. These are used for Tujin re-rolls. So Tujin is the little gambly dude over here. He can offer you everything from exalts, probably mirrors, and a bunch of stacked decks, and they cost the Black Scythe currency. So
Watch your back.
do you think me, someone who loves gambling, is going to sell these? No. In the next video, what we're going to be doing is testing out whether or not Tujin is actually worth it, if you should just sell the currency, or if you should actually gamble it. My guess is it's going to be better to just sell this, but that's boring. So next video, we're going to be doing a bunch of Tujin gambling and testing the results. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you need any more information, be sure to ask in the comments, but overall, I can highly recommend this strategy from Grimro. Excellent, excellent money maker. Oh, and one more thing, I have been streaming a bunch on Twitch lately, so check the link in description, give me a follow there, and come join me on Twitch. Anyway, have a wonderful day, everyone. Stay safe and have fun. Bye-bye.
Divine power! Divine power! It's branching, Exile. You're making me nervous.